Welcome to Not Taking Orders on this amazing Bastille Day in downtown Yountville at Pacific Blues Cafe. Have our lovely foursome here. We're missing Jay. He's not feeling very well.
Hi, Jay. We miss you.
Hi, Jay. Feel better. So this is a Bastille / selfie show. Susan is going to talk about Bastille Day because I actually really need to be educated because I'm not French, so I don't know what it is.
The mic has to go around.
Oh, yes. And then we're going to talk about selfies, the creation of selfies, why people take selfies, what's wrong with selfies.
Please talk about #selfie.com. Oh, no, that's shirtless. Sorry.
That people are naming their children selfie. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So here.
Introduce yourselves.
Hey everybody, I'm Christina. I hate selfies. I actually look horrible on selfies, so sorry that you get to witness this.
I'm Stephanie. I'm still trying to figure out how to master the art of a selfie. However, my illustrious boyfriend Brian, his favorite scam ever since selfie has come over is if you're unfortunate enough to ask us to take your photo and you're a tourist here in Napa, first thing he does, he takes a selfie on your camera of him. So good luck. You'll know us if you see us.
Kristen Speletich. I only take selfies with my son or my dog or my cat. They're normally not on their own. It kind of depends.
Not yet taking a selfie of himself.
No, but Brody's taken quite a few selfies on his own.
Brody, your dog.
Brody, my Boston Terrier. He's like a horse / Boston Terrier.
And isn't it also a birthday today? Isn't it also a birthday today?
Yes, it is. All right. Now, I'm holding the selfie camera, and I hope you can hear everybody. This is an experiment. I thought of it this morning, actually, that we're doing this on-location show. It's actually hard to hold the mic and the camera. So we're going to do this selfie show until my arm breaks off, okay? So anyway, we thought it'd be fun. I'm Susan Quinn with ToutSuite, and it's ToutSuite's 3rd birthday. We launched, We launched Bastille Day 2011.
Very nice.
So we'll see how this goes. We're also filming it. So we will edit this and put it back up for you, and you can watch it all over again. So welcome, everybody, to the show. What are we going to talk about first? My arm's getting tired already.
Bastille Day?
Yeah. Bastille Day. So, Bastille Day is the French Revolution Day of storming of the Bastilles. I think it was Napoleon. Did he? No, it wasn't. Okay, if you know what Bastille Day is for, I think I saw it on Les Miserables, the movie, right?
Oh, really?
Wasn't that it?
Oh, I didn't.
Well, everyone fell asleep before that part, but
I read the book and I saw the show, so that's really scary that I didn't know that was.
well, it may be wrong as well. So I don't know.
I tried really hard to watch that movie. It was just everybody was just really upset all the time, and it was like Debbie Downer.
It was like they were at war. Amazing
How that happened.
Everybody's like, cry singing and shit, and I don't know.
We have a Bastille Day expert who could probably tell us the glorious story of Bastille Day, or we can make it up.
The mic?
No, wait, is TK here?
We're gonna put it. We're gonna add that in like the subtitles underneath and tell everyone what Bastille Day is on the.
Oh, that's such a good idea. That's a good idea. You want to take this?
It is a French Revolution, storming of the Bastilles, and it was a great day for France. And so, anyway, we like that. So.
I just want to say.
And that's all I know.
Oh.
But ToutSuite's birthday, I know about that. So in 2011, launched our website. 3 years later, we're still here. Google Plus is out. ToutSuite's in. All right. What more do I need to say?
Google Plus is out. I didn't know. I didn't know.
All right, great.
Google, well, it didn't do anything. What
Isn't
the hell
that now
did
Google Hangout? Is
Well,
it?
Google
Oh.
Hangouts, is kind of similar to ToutSuite. And they launched 1 week before we did. And they're done.
Wow.
They reallocated all the employees, and the guy that ran it left. And the inside scoop from Google, people not to be named, is that they're disbanding it. They'll probably use parts of it in other things, but that's the rumor, and I'm sticking to it.
So lesson is, people, sell your shares of Google. Bad investment. Get out. Invest in ToutSuite.
Still good.
But yeah, for you. We've got a financial version of this show coming online soon.
Yeah. So I'm going to stay with holding the camera because I apparently need to do some weights for a cell phone. It's a Samsung Galaxy. I should mention, though, we are at the fabulous Pacific Blues in Yountville. Can you see everybody? Hi, everybody. Okay. Yeah. Hi, Russell. There's Didier, our cameraman. Hi, Didier. Okay, and we're very happy to be here. But Bastille Day celebrations here are usually huge. I know, especially when I'm talking. It's easier when you're not talking at the same time. So yesterday was the celebration, big time downtown Yountville. So take it away, you guys. I'm gonna hold it like this. It's easier.
Do it. Do what you have to do. Okay. So.
Don't forget the mic on you.
Oh, I'm like. So Susan came up with this great idea to like have like a selfie because Pacific Blues doesn't have Wi-Fi. So this is our way of streaming live with you guys. So I looked up the definition of selfie and we talked about selfies and kind of the evolution of selfies.
Is it not in the dictionary now?
Selfies, we did, yes. It's not in the dictionary. It's in a few like
It's in the urban
different.
dictionary,
It's in the urban dictionary. So I found this article, this really interesting article. It's like how selfies have become a global phenomenon. And so I'm just going to read really quickly just the headline of this because I find it really interesting. And actually Kim Kardashian, I think, started this entire thing, which we're not talking about her
You're
at
not
all.
going to say that Kim Kardashian started selfies.
Well,
are you?
she's so narcissistic. Yeah, kind of.
Oh, all right. Good.
I mean, yeah. Okay, so the smartphone. Oh, sorry. This is. I'm not used to a mic. I'm used to one mic. I know. Maybe I shouldn't hold the mic. Okay. So the smartphone self-portrait or selfie has established itself as a form of self-expression. It is a harmless fad or a dangerous sign of Western society's growing narcissism. So, without making myself sound like a complete idiot, I actually wanted to look up the real definition of narcissism. So here we go.
Is this about Narcissus or just the definition?
You hold the mic.
Oh, sorry.
You can probably.
Oh, I was just going to ask if this was about Narcissus, if we're going into like Greek mythology, or if this is just like Merriam-Webster dictionary.
No, this app is called Little Dict.
I'm sorry, it's called what?
It's called Little Dict, and it's an app on my phone, and it's amazing.
That can't be useful.
It is, and especially some of my friends that have older kids just love to ask me if they can see my little dict, like a lot. Like, it's really ridiculous.
So you're going to share it with us right now?
I am. I opened my little dict, and so
What does it look like? Do you want to show everybody, or
is everybody
you're just gonna keep it to yourself, or?
Shit. Oh!
Wow, they got so excited to see your little dicks. They just
Apparently, we shouldn't be talking about this on the streets of Yountville.
Here's the little dick. See that D right there? And it's little, so it's technically a little dick. Oh. See that? See the D. The D, the book.
That's good. I'll edit it in later.
Okay.
All right.
So, narcissism. Excess or erotic interest in oneself and and physical experience. Psychology, extreme selfishness with a grandiose view of one's own talents and a craving for admiration as characterizing a personality type. So there's been all these articles lately about like selfies are creating this kind of self-worth, this admiration for, I don't even know how to explain it, for young kids, because they can express themselves, like there's been those videos around where a guy took a selfie every single day for 6 years while traveling the world. That was really cool. That was a form of art. But then you have the one that Susan brought up earlier, which was the one the guy took, the kid took.
From Omaha, Nebraska, we saw a selfie. So, you saw the kids that were in the shootings, right? There's taking selfies from the hospital beds, right? That's happened over the summer. And then today we saw a kid, usually, if you see celebrities, this kid saw Warren Buffett and Paul McCartney sitting at a bus stop in Omaha, Nebraska, and he takes a selfie. So it's really cool. I don't know. I don't know. But so that just happened today. And so who knows how long, what's the selfie going to become? We don't know. But we are breaking news today. We are breaking records doing the first live stream selfie talk show that I have ever heard of. Fact.
Ellen DeGeneres. Up next.
Her selfie.
There you go. Yeah, but I mean, she next. I bet Ellen, I know you're going to be next on this. She is going to selfie stream one of her shows. Watch out.
Wow, I bet she will. I actually heard something that was kind of interesting. A lot of celebrities now say that the autograph is no longer relevant because why would you want a celebrity's signature when you can take a selfie?
I believe that.
Well, that's like the same thing with video from the spoken word to text to video to live streaming video to user generated content, which is Facebook's doing algorithms now for putting video up much higher on your feed and then suggesting new videos for you to watch, and they're all user generated videos at this point.
Yeah.
So this is a huge day to be turning 3.
That's a lot more tech savvy than I can digest. So, Stephanie, how do you selfie?
I don't. I'm kind of shy. I'm kind of camera shy. I very rarely selfie. Yeah, I don't. Sorry.
I don't either.
I don't. No.
Kristen, you selfie a lot with your family, your cat, your dog, your son. How do you selfie?
I used to not selfie at all, but I like recording it. I really do take more pictures of Gage, and I'm not in a lot of photos. I'm normally the one taking the photo, so I'm not in a lot of photos unless somebody else takes it. So it's normally me focusing on just the kids, but I've taken a few where Gage and I are somewhere fun, or like I took selfies of like Steph and I, and then Christine and I at auction, but I don't really ever post them that often. Well, the ones with Steph are really blurry. Yeah. So yeah, I never take them on my own. I just take them with other people.
So are there like some do's and don'ts of selfieing? I mean, Stephanie, you think it's all don't.
I've read lots of articles on the don't. There's like the no pouty face selfie, duck face. There's the selfie in the bathroom mirror selfie. There's the ever popular one, and we have done this, Kristen. I've seen it. It's the on the beach and your legs with your cocktail and then the view. So that's the non-face selfie. It's the toe selfie.
Mm-hmm. I love those.
I love those.
But how often am I in the opportunity and the best place to do that? I don't know.
I do that at the pool all the time.
Yeah, I probably more check in than then
nice
selfie.
legs,
So.
actually, too.
I like to show people what
Don't
they're
forget
missing out.
this.
I like to show people what they're missing out on. I like to make people jealous. Yeah, see this?
Crossed your legs and pulled them up a little bit.
I know. I'm like, I like to make people jealous. And what about
I think the bathroom selfie, people need to clean their bathroom before they do it.
or clean wherever?
Nobody ever has a clean bathroom.
Super gross.
Remember, this is why I don't selfie. Now it comes back to me. Back when I very first moved here and there was online dating, and the first thing I would put in my profile, do not message me if your photo consists of one of the following. And one definitely was the awkward photo cam on the laptop to show me how cool you are in your solitary room where you're probably off half the time. And no, it was like, and I think from them, because of all of these selfies I saw on like Match.com, I was like, no selfie for me. No, that just looked too sad. I'd much rather see you engaged than, no, it was weird.
Well, and what's up with the like half-naked guys in the bathroom? And all phones now, you can take a selfie, and people are still taking them in the mirror. Do we think this is attractive? No, we don't. We don't want to know how small your bathroom is. We don't. We don't need to see you with your shirt off. You're not any more attractive with your shirt off.
Maybe we do need to see you. If you look good, we do need to see you.
But 90% of the time, they don't.
Hashtag shirtless.com. Have we seen this amazing World Cup iconic website?
Oh, yeah.
Everyone right now, type it out. Hashtag shirtless.com. Put in your favorite team and click on your favorite player, and you get all of the webs loving shirtless of your favorite World Cup player. Hashtag shirtless.com, people. That's a shirtless I can see.
Great. So now I have my activity planned for later. Are there any do's, though, for selfies?
I would say, make sure you don't have shit in your teeth. Yeah.
I think that's an all the time do.
Do make sure.
Do make sure you don't.
Do make sure you don't. If you're not following that, look it up in your little dick. Do make sure you don't. Okay, girl, go.
Let's see, do's. Well, make sure the background is appropriate,
Clean and sanitary.
Yeah, or just nice to look at. I mean, you see them all the time, and it's like a girl's taking a selfie of her tattoo while her kid's like screaming, laying down on the ground, and there's shit all over the place, and you're like, oh no, that's not attractive. That's not attractive. What other do's? Susan, you got any do's?
Do get a tripod because it hurts your arm after a while. I'm sorry about that.
Oh,
You guys, I know, you guys digressed. That was amazing. So we've talked about Bastille Day. We've talked about selfies. What else are we talking about today? Are we talking about Yountville?
Yeah, I guess.
Seeing as how we're in Yountville, correct?
Yeah, it's actually a really nice, kind of sleepy Tuesday. Monday. I want it to be Tuesday so bad.
So does Maury.
Yeah, Monday early evening in Yountville. There's not a lot going on.
Because over the weekend, this place was a bumpin'. We had a couple of things going on. Not only was it Bastille Day, but did you ladies go to, what was that big event?
Thomas Keller's 20th?
Oh, well, that was last weekend. They shut down this road. So they lovingly call this Thomas Kellerville because he owns so much real estate and some of the premier restaurants.
And it is, it is the highest Michelin star town with the highest Michelin stars per capita in the world. This little town.
And I live here.
Yeah.
I live here.
And is it Yountville or Yountville?
So you're a Yountville.
Yountville. I'm a Yountville. Yeah, absolutely.
I like Yountville way better.
Yeah.
Hey,
I like that.
guys. Hey.
Hey, and talk about some of the other. We've got some local Grosinger's wine shop, which is the most amazing little wine shop down here in Soyo, which is South Yountville.
South Yountville,
You got to get the
got it.
verbiage right if you live here.
Right here.
Come on over.
Hi. Hi, guys. How are you? Okay, so today we're talking about selfies. We just want our viewing audience to understand the do's and the don'ts. So do you have any really good advice of selfie do's and don'ts?
I really hate the selfie bathroom thing. I mean, that's really, really gross. And also, like, if you're just, like, at Walmart or, like, Target, like, don't selfie yourself. Like, I don't know. Make sure you're in, like, a cool environment, somewhere you can be proud of. I don't know. So, I don't do very many of them, so. Do you ever selfie, baby?
Not too much, but my best piece of advice is to keep it up high instead of down low, because you get like real jolly looking and double chinned up. So, yeah, keep them up here. So, what are you guys doing?
We're talking about Bastille Day.
Yeah, we had fun.
Can you tell us the story of Bastille Day? Do you know the history of Bastille Day?
Isn't it when, like, the French stormed the king and cut his head off, and then the revolution was begun? Yeah, something like that. I think definitely somebody's head came off, and I'm pretty sure it was the king's. So that's all I know about it, though. I worked at Bouchon, so I probably should know more, but oh well.
It's okay, I worked at Bouchon. I don't know anything about Bastille Day either. I do know about steak frites.
Yes, steak fritas, as a lot of the non-locals like to call it when they come in and order at Bouchon. Can I have the fritas? Like, sure, I can get that for you. A little fried steak, no problem. Super yum.
So you guys are Yountvillans?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Local wine shop down the street called Grosinger's.
Tell us about that. You've been frequently on ToutSuite.
Yeah, I've been frequently on this thing, and it's some of my shops down the street, 2 blocks from here. It used to be in that building where the Bouchon Bakery is.
Yeah.
So that's where it was from 1985 until 2002, and then it's been down the street since then. And so we sell wine to people all over the country, and we make really cool decanters.
And make a little wine too.
And we make a little wine.
Little Zinfandel from Hell Mountain. Nice. Yeah, we're just doing it all. Doing the thing.
Did you go to Bouchon yesterday?
Oh yeah,
We
I had
did.
a Bastille Day hot dog.
Oh, I kind of got a selfie with Thomas Keller, but it wasn't a selfie because I was holding a baby. but it was.
You can hold a baby and take a selfie at the same time.
Sabrina's baby, so she wanted a picture with Keller and her baby in it. I do have it though. It was there we go. Yeah. Pretty cool.
Okay, you'll have to send us that.
Okay.
That is the selfie with Thomas.
Yeah, right? It's a good that's a selfie do. For sure. Yeah. Get someone famous in your selfie with you. Yeah.
That is a selfie do. I do have it on very good opinion that Thomas Keller loves to take selfies. So if you happen to see him out, just ask him, like, hey, you want to take a selfie?
Yeah. I think Obama does too. There's like a few, there's some Obama selfie things. Yeah, those are selfie do's. Yeah. I would go get all over that for sure. Yeah.
Did you hear about Colorado when he was in Colorado?
No.
And somebody asked him came up to him and they said, "Hey man, do you want to hit this?" And he was like, "No."
But they're like, it's legal. It's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, somebody asked him if he wanted to hit it. He was like, "No." Yeah.
Maybe in a few years.
Look that up.
Give me a couple years.
Wrap up this part. We're going to keep going with that part. So we're going to wrap this up, and you know why? Because my arm hurts, and I don't know if I'm holding it. The other thing with selfies is don't have someone else take your selfie, because then you can't. If you're taking a selfie video, you can't call it a selfie.
It's a selfie. It's called a picture.
It's not technically a selfie.
You want me to say it again? No, I was just commenting that if somebody else takes your selfie, it's actually called a picture,
Right.
not a selfie.
Absolutely.
God, do pictures really exist anymore?
They do. Those are like selfies where we look better.
Yes. So I'm going to turn off the live stream. We're going to keep going and wrap up the show on that. So because my arm is tired, and I'll bet you're tired too. So see you in the after show. Bye. Here, keep going.
That was Italian, wasn't it?
Au revoir.
Not.
No, that was French. No, that's French.
Arrivederci was Italian. I am such a bad Bastille Day person.
Yeah, I don't know shit. I'm not.
I know nothing.
I should. My mother speaks fluent French.
Miss Stephanie DeMassive, have you brought us a present?
I did. I thought nothing was more American than American pie, which apple pie, which is at first what I was going to bring, and then I realized it was Bastille Day. But for your birthday, in honor of my original redhead, who's now a beautiful blonde, and in the lively French spirit and colors, well, we've got a now deconstructed, reconstructed red velvet cake. Thank you. So I think it would be appropriate if we sang Happy Birthday here in a minute.
Did you make that yourself?
I did.
I'm
I
so
slaved all
impressed.
day.
I love that.
Yeah. I put the sweetie in the pie.
I will sing talk Happy Birthday because nobody needs to hear that.
We can
Like,
auto-tune it later.
will make me sound like Britney Spears or something. We all know she auto tunes.
She can dance well. Don't knock her. I love me some Britney. Okay.
I like Britney too, but when this is the second time her stuff is leaked without auto tune, it's pretty fucking bad. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, he who hath not sinned can't throw a stone. So
That's true.
I sin all the time. What are you talking about?
we know that's why you don't have any stones.
Yeah.
Speaking of, what did you think of that article I sent you? Apparently, the impact of women that cuss, and I thought it was a brilliant article because you're just saying it with energy and emphatic. It's not like you're cussing someone out. It's part of the sentence structure.
Yes.
And that was a pretty great article.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Tell me about the article. 'Cause you didn't
Yeah.
send it to me. No, I can't tell you about it. You didn't send it to me. Tell me.
Well, I was actually going to have Kristen explain to see how she fit in, but basically it was just a how-to as a woman curse and be heard, and not curse and offend. And so many of us now drop F-bombs and other words within this course of a sentence kind of fluidly. And if it was a man doing it, it would kind of be like, a woman does it, and all of a sudden everyone's ears perk up, or all of a sudden you become offensive. So there's that fine line. And so I have a good friend, Kate. Hi, Kate. Kate 508 out in Dallas, who often swears, but she's using it from an enigmatic perspective, and she's energetic and just driving it home, and it just kind of flows. As far as our lovely Kristen as well, that's kind of part of her charm.
I I can tell you that we have a rule that for ToutSuite, which is you can say fuck, but you can't say fuck you. That's actually the only rule on ToutSuite. The only one. Because you don't want to hurt people.
I thought you had to drink when that word got said.
Well, that's on this show. But the ToutSuite, and this came from my rule for my children. I told them you can say fuck, you can't say fuck you, and don't ever say either to a teacher or a cop.
I love how it's like a teacher or a cop. It's not like an adult or a priest or, you know, the mailman. You know, I like the teacher and a cop. Yeah.
So let's talk about the word fuck for a minute. And I think it's really important, especially with children now these days. Actually, your child, Gage, who's 5, and I are going to have a conversation about this. Do you know what the word fuck means or where it came from?
No, he doesn't. He just constantly tells me, Mom, that's a bad word.
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you.
I don't know the origin of it. It has multiple definitions. Should I?
Press some buttons. I'll be your little dick for a minute. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So the origin of the word fuck, I have it on Good Opinion, actually came from medieval Britain. When children were orphans, they became children of the king. And so they were labeled as little fucks, meaning father unknown, child of the king. Now it comes to mean some kind of slanged fornication, but originally it was meant as a child who was an orphan, so not actually a dirty word. And there you go. Now you learned something.
It's very interesting.
That was my Bastille Day trivia.
So when did bastard come into origination? Because now bastard means that, right?
Correct, but isn't that a French origination?
No. Where's our French?
He left.
He left.
Having a cigarette and a cocktail over there.
Well, ask him. We can revisit this next time, the origination of all of these words for children with no parents.
I totally vote that we should have some crazy ass definition of something, like we'll have like a word of the day. You know what I mean?
Let's do it.
Yes.
I think that would be so funny. Yeah, and we're all we're not doing the drinking show tonight. I mean, I've said it a couple times, but actually now the two of you have said it several more times than I have.
The drinking show.
Yeah, you're doing the drinking show. I just had a what was that? An Arnold Palmer. I can never say the word Arnold.
You can't say Arnold?
Arnold. I have to like think about it. Arnold. Arnold Palmer. Yeah.
So, Susan, people can comment on the video, right?
Absolutely. You can comment on ToutSuite or on YouTube. So we want to see your comments. We want to see your hashtags. It's a hashtag not taking orders or at Toot Social. Do we have a ToutSuite? I mean, a not taking orders Twitter handle?
Yes, not taking orders.
At not taking orders is our Twitter.
So here is what I would propose. If you can comment in, come up with your favorite word, and if we like it, we can talk about it next week. Yeah. And to the person who has the most interesting word, we'll take a selfie and sign it, and you can have it to love and cherish. We'll take it in a bathroom with a bunch of shit in the background with a child hanging off of and from like way down here. It'll look really good. So just to get some ideas flowing, my favorite word, defenestrate, which means to throw somebody out the window. So there you go.
I like the word sardonic.
You do.
I do actually really like that word.
What does it mean?
We'll talk about it later.
I'll go in the opposite direction. A word that I dislike. I dislike the word moist.
I dislike the word panty. That's just weird.
We've totally talked about this before. We've totally talked about it. Susan?
I know my favorite word, but I was going to try to think of my dislike, but it'll come to me later. I have a really good dislike word. My favorite word is French, as a matter of fact. Pamplemousse. It means grapefruit.
It means grapefruit. Okay, so, God, you guys are putting pressure on me. A word I dislike.
How about food? I hate the
No,
word food.
Yeah, you know, but I love the word food because have you seen what is that? Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs?
No, I have a dog.
Yeah, that's true.
He
The
doesn't like
second one was
TV.
really good. I don't know. Probably tourists. I'm just joking.
I'll do a food-related word. I love the word ratatouille.
Also a French word.
Yes.
We're sticking with the stuff today.
Yeah.
I don't actually word it goes with the M's. Moose. Moose. Not the animal. I mean, they freak me out, but you know, how do you define moose?
Like
because there's
chocolate mousse?
no, but there's lots of different kinds of moose.
Like a hair product?
Exactly. It has way too many definitions, and you can make mousse, edible mousse, out of anything. And I always think of mousse as being something that's dessert-like and sweet. But there's so many different. Now you can make mousse out of anything, just like you can make powder out of anything, like peanut butter now, which totally fucking freaks me out. But yeah, we could go on with senseless nonsense. Well, yeah, yep.
All right. I guess we're going to wrap it up now. Hey, so thanks you guys for coming back and going on location with us tonight. We're at the beautiful Pacific Blues with the view of Hurley's and Bouchon Bakery, and it's getting a little cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Yeah.
And we're going to get ourselves a little cocktail. They do have cocktails here now at Pacific Blues. It was beer and wine. This is a great place to hang out and watch people walk by and order some sandwiches, burgers. And anyway, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Arrivederci.
And we lost our cameraman, so I'm going to go turn off the camera.
Oh, okay.
Great. Does this mean we can talk about what we want now?
Yes.
We could for.
Oh, yeah.